Newark FM frequency listeners. This is your host, Billy D. Cropper. Now we know my mighty voters in the Central Ward have a runoff just around the corner. And some of my mighty voters have not made up their minds. And Billy D wants to help. Now we know Councilman Darrin Sharif has been talking about what he got going on in the Central Ward. So I want my mighty voters from the Central Ward to give us a call and talk about what's going on. First caller, please.
Hi, Billy D. I live in the Central Ward, and I want to know what was going on in Councilman Darrin Sharif's mind when he decided to place a community center for the Central Ward all the way downtown on Mulberry Market, one of the busiest intersections downtown, for the community of the Central Ward. What was going on in his mind? Thank you so much, Billy D.
Oh, I do indeed agree with you, caller. I would think a community center for the Central Ward would be placed somewhere above MLK. Thank you for sharing, caller. Now, next caller, talk to us about what's going on.
Good evening, Billy D. I've been reading and talking to people about what's going on with the things Councilman Darrin Sharif is working on. But you see, I want to know what's been going on the last 4 years Councilman Darrin Sharif been the councilman. I don't care about what he got going on in his mind and what he got going on coming up in September, especially all the way downtown. So why don't we know about what's been going on since Councilman Darrin Sharif been a councilman? Thank you, Billy D.
Now, I certainly don't have a clue to that one. Councilman Sharif will have to answer that himself. Thank you so much, caller. What's going on, next caller?
Hello, Billy D. Now, I like seeing all this construction going around me in the Central Ward. But what I don't like seeing is that our people aren't working at these construction sites. Time and time again, people get to come here, work at these sites, and go home with a paycheck to where they live. But we live here, and we can't go and make that same paycheck and bring it home to our families right here in Newark. What's going on, Councilman Darrin Sharif, with getting our people to work at these construction sites? Thank you so much, Billy D, for letting me get that off my chest.
That indeed is a very old one. When will the people of Newark get a chance to work at these construction sites right where they live? Thank you so much, caller. Next caller, please.
Good evening, Billy D. Now, me and my friend Agnes Taylor, we started talking about who is Councilman Darrin Sharif's campaign manager. Now, we know last time when he ran against Bayer, we all knew his campaign manager was his father, Carl Sharif. But we don't think Councilman Sharif has said who his campaign manager is this election. So what's going on with that? Thank you so much, Billy D.
I don't even have the answer for that, caller. So who indeed is Councilman Darrin Sharif's campaign manager for the special election? Thank you so much, caller. Next caller, please.
I'm on the line. Darrin, I am your father.
A crystal clear call from the Death Star. Thank you, caller. Next caller, please.
Good evening, Billy D. I was just wondering what's going on to ensure that the machines are all working for this election. On May 10th, I went to the voting poll only to find that the machine was broken and had to write in my votes. I didn't like having to write in all my votes.
So I was wondering what's going on to make sure that all the machines are working in the Central Ward for this election so I can push a button like I'm supposed to be able to cast my votes. And just maybe, the low turnout had something to do with the broken machines. Thank you so much, Billy D.
Indeed, caller. We need all the voting machines in the Central Ward to be working on election day. Thank you so much for your comment, caller. Now, before I say goodnight to my mighty people of Newark, I want to talk to the mighty voters that live in the heart of Newark. The fate of the Central Ward is in your hands. Now, I don't like all this talk about a low turnout. No, indeed. That's not the people I know that live in the heart of Newark. I know my mighty voters of the Central Ward can make those lines wrap around the corners. It's time for some Central Ward voters redemption. And I know you can do it, mighty Central Ward voters. Make a choice and make it count. Let your vote say, this is my choice and I have spoken. Vote and be heard, mighty people of Newark. Remember, get out there and vote. Good night from your host, Billy D. Crocker.